Brilliant. So you're from a musical family background. So tell
That's correct.
tell the listening audience a little about your background, your history, and your family, and why did you get into music itself?
Well, if you don't know, most people might know, I'm the son of Justin Hero Cassell, one of the iconic musicians, songwriters, singers out of Montserrat,
Yes.
as well as a nephew of Alphonsus Cassell, better known as Arrow.
Yes.
So my part into music was, it just like I almost stumbled upon it.
Yes.
Like I never had the great interest, I want to be a musician, or
Yeah.
I want to sing, or whatever. It just want to grow up in a house here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my journey in music actually started in London with Soca Child, Rhythm Up Production. Just here cooling out, drinking, and he was making a beat and the vibes catch you, and we just go in there and sing something, and it's like, yo, that sound good. You know what I mean? Let's try it again. You know, we done DJ Tyrone as well.
Yes.
We was all chilling out, and I done my first recording. And you know, jazz band.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, right. Okay, I know that song.
Right,
Everybody
so
probably know that song as well.
that's what kind of introduced me to into the public eyes in terms of music.
Right.
But I just always been laid back
Uh-huh.
and just chilling. In terms of music in the background, I always wanted to try, because you know, as a little boy growing up,
Yes.
you want to emulate your dad. You know,
Yes.
boys always want to impress
Yes.
their dad. So
Yeah.
I started to do music just to get his approval and hear what he said. You know what I mean? So yeah. Sorry.
So the first time I heard you perform was actually your dad's sadly funeral.
Yes,
And
that's correct.
I was like, wow, there is a talent here. There's a next generation. So tell me about that. How did you sort of decided, okay, I'm going to perform at your dad's funeral?
Well, if you know my father, he likes everything to be done properly
Yes.
in terms of
Yes.
music production. He's a man that deal with practice.
Yes.
So, as you say, it's tragic passing and unfortunate situation.
Yes.
When they were saying they was going to do a tribute concert to him, I just said, you know what? I think growing up in the house, I know his songs without even having to.
Yes.
We used to study them.
Exactly.
Because on the
Yeah.
day of the performance, I didn't have to sit down and listen to nothing. It just came naturally.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, I think I'm the most fitting person to do it. So spoke to CPK, I said, listen, I gotta do this. I gotta do it for my old man as well, because unfortunately he kind of noticed how much talent I had being here in the UK.
Yes.
When we was dibbling and dabbling with some songs. The last song he produced, I think Montserrat 60.
Yes.
Correct. So on the day of the funeral, it was the first time I've actually sang for people of Montserrat in on such a big stage and with a live band. First time of controlling a band, you know what I mean? Most times it's mostly tracks and so forth. But on that day, I must say, up till this day, I believe I felt his presence. There was some kind of, I don't know, some kind of thing that just took me.
Yes.
And I was able to deliver. A lot of people were shocked. Even myself, I had to look back at the recording because I couldn't remember half of it.
Yes.
So I don't know if I had an out-of-body experience or if he took me over on the day, but I just felt like I had to just go and do it with him, make him feel proud and, you know, put across his music the way he wanted it to be.
Yeah. So when I listened to it, I thought, you know,
Sorry.
your performance on that there, I thought, you know what, the legacy is safe, right? Because your dad, Hero, and of course we've had Arrow as well.
That's correct.
And a lot of people in the Caribbean, they know that one song. Everybody know Hot, Hot, right?
Yes.
Everybody know Hot, Hot, Hot. Right. So did you get to meet Arrow growing up, and what was that like growing up in a family where everybody knows the song?
Well, out of my dad's siblings,
Yes.
him and Arrow was the closest.
Right.
Especially because they had a musical connection,
Yeah.
which then trickled down to me. So if I'm not with Dad, I'm with him.
Yes.
And at the same time, he took me up from a young age and I'm working in Arrow's man
Yeah,
shop,
yeah.
as you know. So when they used to be doing all the recordings, so you know, every December he released something, he would even ask me as a young child, how this song, what you think, you know what I mean?
Wow, yes.
And I was in the studio with them as well. Yeah, they had a studio base in Faxon Bay. So I couldn't get away from it.
Yes.
It's just non-stop music. So
Yeah, so it's in the family, it's in the blood.
it's in the blood. It's just something that just happened organically. You know, me saying I want to do music or anything like that.
Yeah. So this year we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the volcano, who started in 1995. You were in Montserrat when it started. Tell me about that.
I could remember the day.
Okay.
Yeah, I could remember. I have my best friend, Janelle Ryan. Her parents actually live in Broderick's.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
And I remember her calling me on the phone, and she said, Dylan, the volcano, they said the volcano erupts. So my automatic response is to look to south, because that's the only place I know.
Yes.
Growing up as a child, they had
Yeah.
a volcano, so you
Yeah,
know hear about
yeah.
volcano and
Yes.
what you see on TV, I'm looking to see lava. I'm like, yo, I can't see no fire, I can't see no.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? So I can remember that day quite well. It was an evening. And I can remember the chaos as well when they had to make us evacuate, etc. So yeah, it was, I would say in the beginning, it was kind of terrifying, if that's the word, and exciting at the same time, because it's something different. You know, as young kids, they don't really think of the dangers
Exactly.
or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And knowing I'm not having to go to school, so that was also a bonus.
That's true. So a couple years later, you moved to United Kingdom and you begin to hone your skills around music. You've got an album as well. You released an album. Tell me about that album.
I got a couple of tracks. we actually in the music fraternity right here. We have a music being produced. So
Okay,
yeah.
good.
To be honest, it's just the music for me. I just like creating.
Yes,
I'm not
yeah.
sitting here and say I want to be some global superstar.
Yeah,
I
yes.
just like the process of starting from nothing
Yes.
and creating something that people would like.
Yes,
You know,
yeah.
and people would embrace. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot more to come.
There's a lot to
There's a
come.
lot more to come.
And on the 19th of July this year,
Yes.
where we celebrate the 30th anniversary, 30th year of resilience, that's the theme of the festival. How excited are you to perform on stage with all